Hi, Cancer. My name is Audrey Alison. Thank you for joining me for your February 2016 forecast for the month. It is a beautiful California day, and I'm sending the East Coast some sunshine and good vibes and warmth coming your way. I wanted to let you know I'm using the Art Nouveau tarot deck by Antonella Castelli. It's an Italian deck, and it's beautiful and romantic, and I'm choosing to use this for February for Valentine's Day. And I'm going to address the cards a little earlier in the forecast because I received some messages that they would like to see a few more time with the tarot. So, trying to please as many people as I can. So we'll do that a little bit earlier today. I wanted to start the top of the forecast with our new moon on the 8th of February at 19 degrees of Aquarius. Now there's a lot of energy in the Aquarian sector in your 8th house of shared resources and other people's money. The 8th house of intimacy and the 8th house of transformation and property and change and wills, estates, inheritance. It's a large, vast sector. But the new moon and the sun are here, so this is new money. To me, it's a new way of investing or new property. Could be a move coming in. We'll see what the cards have to say. On the 13th, Mercury, officially direct now since January 25th, but technically not clearing his shadow until Valentine's Day. Mercury will be entering Aquarius on the 13th, conjunct the new moon and the sun in the 8th house, but officially clears his shadow at the degree in which he retrograded, 1 degree of Aquarius, and that's on the 14th. But there's communication in your intimacy, and you're able to exchange details and information with your significant other at this time more effortlessly and more easily than it had been in the retrograde. On the 16th, Venus follows suit, conjunct the sun, the new moon, and Mercury into the 8th house in Aquarius. Venus is harmony and love and sensuality. What better place for her than in the house of intimacy? So there's a connection happening with those of you who are in relationships with your partner. If you're looking for a relationship, a new moon on the 8th in the house of intimacy is a day to be out and visible. And I would really recommend going out a lot in February for those of you who want to find the right person. Because the 8th house is a very deep, connected heart house. It's not light. It's not 5th house. It's not trivial. If you meet someone that you connect with, this is a deep connection with the 8th house stimulated so much. On the 19th, the sun enters Pisces like he does every year, and this is the 9th house of foreign travel and education and philosophy and religion and law and all things belief system, and your view of society could be highlighted around the 19th. Also taking new courses. If you need to learn something in order to advance in career or in life, that's the time to do it, between the 19th of February and the 20th of March. We have our 22nd, our full moon on the 22nd, 3 degrees of Virgo, in the 3rd house of communications. A full moon brings an ending, so maybe you're changing a communication style, or you're putting an end to an old way or habit of communicating. This could also see an ending to a local trip in the 3rd house of local travel. 3rd house is also neighbors and siblings, so you could find that you're closing a chapter in some area in that field. Also the vehicle. So some of you might see your cars just, time to move on and get something else. Or leases are up at that time. Things are expiring with the car around the full moon in the 3rd house. I'm going to use the cards now and see what happens, see what comes up. For Cancer in February, I wanted to let you know if you wanted a personal reading with me, I'm available at audreyalison.com. And I read all through the week. And I would really appreciate your support on my Facebook page, Audrey Alison Astrology and Tarot. And I'll be featured on Goddess Alive Radio, February 25th at motherhouseofthegoddess.com. I'll be taking callers on their show live for tarot tasters. You could ask me a question for free, and I'll be giving you a reading over the phone on live on the radio. So if you're interested in that, that's February 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And details on my Facebook page and that website as well. Let's see what comes up for you, Cancer, in your cards. I've been shuffling the whole reading for February. Ooh, Two of Pentacles. This is the 8th house of shared resources. Other people's money. Opposing money. Money coming in from other ways than from you. She has a necklace on that has the sign of Taurus on it, which I didn't notice until now. She has the astrological sign of Taurus on her necklace, and this is an earth card. So perhaps some of you Cancerians are dealing with a Taurus, female Taurus, in a business partnership, or getting a loan from this person, or entrusting your money with their investment or something like that. Let's see what else comes up. The Star. I know on this deck, I mentioned in a reading, I had a total OCD moment when I realized this. It's not the stars. It's not plural. It's only one star. It's La Estrella in Spanish, which is why I think this S is a typo right here, because they would have said Las Estrellas if it was more than one star. Anyway, the Star is the card of the wish. It's a card of recognition, a high level of recognition. It's also a spiritual card. It's a successful card. Let's see what else comes up. It also rules the sign of Aquarius, the star, and all of this action is in Aquarius, the new moon, the sun, Mercury, Venus. Okay. The Ace of Wands. Oh, this is the card. This is the card when I first started my website in August 2013, my very first tarot card that I used on my website. Because it looks like this Ace of Wands, this woman is sitting in the desert, and it just reminded me at the time of myself. And I love the colors orange and purple together. So this is the card of initiation and action. It's also the card of fertility and pregnancy if you're trying to go there. Now you don't have the 5th house of pregnancy and children lit up. However, this could be a very creative, fertile endeavor. It doesn't have to be the seed of a child. So let's see. The Lovers. Oh, see, this is interesting. Okay, I see what they did. Now, you see how this card just says the Lover? You know what? I should have been a detective. I really mean it. Because someone who designed this, the printing house, I'm sure, because I'm sure Antonella knows what the cards are called. The printing shop pluralized the wrong one. I don't know if all of you OCD people are with me on this, but it should be the Star and the Lovers. See? Because it's El Enamorado, and it should be Los. Okay, anyway, this is about Valentine's Day. This is what you want to see on Valentine's Day. She's got a pretty bitchin' belt on, too. The skull of a antelope? Or a ram for Aries. Okay. The Lovers, Valentine's Day, connection, attraction, intimacy, sex. This card is sex, and the 8th house is sex, straight up. Intimacy is a nice way to say it, but it's also about connection. It's not, just the physicality. Because if Mars were there, I'd say, yeah, it's super physical. But it's the connection, too, and the attraction. And the Knight of Wands. He showed up in every reading as well. He's bringing things in super quickly. I should bring him over here and do it this way. I love how these cards have these red ribbons kind of wrapped around them. This is a very romantic month, and love is being brought to you quickly, Cancer. So if you want to hook it up, all you have to do is just be ready, and I think you need to be visible. And maybe make the first sign of communication with Mercury communication in the 8th house. But don't be afraid, because some of you Cancerians, and I get it, you like your protective shell. You're just fine the way you are. Yes, the relationship would be great, but you're fine. You're comfortable. You like your crab shell. You're protected. Stay there. But You never know what could happen if you just reach out and just say hi. Or, wow, aren't you spectacular? I think that you might make someone's day if you said that. So you've got to go for it. Now, for those of you wanting to have children and are able, and that's all lined up and you're of the right age, these cards are spectacular for that because you have the Ace of Wands and the Star card, the Wish card, and the Lover, the attraction, someone there to help you with the second half of that, of having that baby. So that works for me. Okay, now applying this to people who aren't, you have a business partnership opportunity that could happen to you. Very creative, very entrepreneurial. Maybe you have to go in business with someone, but you don't know who they are yet. Well, they're coming in quickly. The Knight of Wands takes action very quickly. And by spring, by March, where the wands are really governed and where this Aries could come into place with that belt, it's March 20th. So the seeds that are planted the month prior can bloom in the time of spring, which is our solar astrological beginning of the year. That's March 20th is the first day of an astrologer's year. So everything starts in Aries. Everything starts in Aries. Aries is the head. Everything starts on March 20th on the astrological wheel. That's at that 9 o'clock. That's where everything starts. And for those of you who don't understand what the hell I'm talking about, I know that half of you do, for those Astro geeks out there who love this stuff just as much as I do. But there are certain times in astrology, for those of you who don't, that really work well for beginnings, and March is that month. March is a beginning month. So maybe some of you are trying now and will realize you're pregnant by then, or maybe that's how long it takes for the business that you've started, the entrepreneurial spirits, to get up and running. That's how long it takes. Well, thank you for joining me, Cancer. I really love spending time out here with you, and I'm wishing you a beautiful February. And remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.